everybody, this is Brick, and welcome to another episode of Tales from the Clip, where I talk about a Nerf-related story time. If you want to check out more episodes of this, there is a link in the description below for a playlist of Nerf story times, both before and after this one was uploaded, and there's also a playlist down below for everything Nerf-related on this channel. So, this one, I'm gonna cut into the chronological order of all these story times once again, because this one literally just happened the other day. I'm not wearing the shirt for it right now to prove it was just happening, but about a day or two ago, on Friday, July 24th, 2020, this happened, and I thought it was funny, a little short, but very wholesome enough to share for this kind of series. So, to start things out, this is, again, out of chronological order from a lot of the other stuff, but for frame of reference, I have been with the Nerf hobby through 2019 into 2020 and starting to learn about more of the community, learning the types of modifications available, the ways that people improve blasters, try different games, and everything like that. And up to this point, I had been well acquainted with several of the outlets of manufacturers outside of the just Nerf itself, people that are independently or factory run, working on parts or designs to help with modifications, one of those being OutOfDarts. And up to this point, I've had several orders through him. I've had a lot of really good parts available, and I'm looking forward to using more of them over time with different blasters. I've had some of them already implemented from not only OutOfDarts, but also other places like Foam Blast, Containment Crew, and things like that. But that will all be covered in different videos and citing each of those. I I don't think I uploaded the most recent OutOfDarts haul, but in there I had acquired a t-shirt because I thought, you know what? I've already been ordering here a couple times. I really enjoy Luke's style of videos and going over things very thoroughly. And I thought it would just be another way to help support their company, as well as just, having more Nerf that I could wear around. Usually for the Nerf events or in the community, but still, it's another option for a shirt. And while I'm not wearing the shirt right now, I will say after a day of having it, it's really comfortable. I don't know what the material is exactly, but it's different from most graphic shirts that I have, including what I'm wearing now. And I thought it was actually really cozy. Something that fit me very well, but also just by the material was, a little bit more easy to move around than a standard t-shirt. And not that they're difficult, but I don't know how to review t-shirts, but good job, Luke and OutOfDarts. However you're producing those shirts, you're doing the right thing. I do appreciate how they are made. So, with that, I wore the shirt a couple days after getting the OutOfDarts order, and I decided it would be on a day where I wasn't at work. Most of the days when I'm doing part-time jobs, I'm in between a couple jobs right now. It was going to be one of the days where I didn't need it for Lego purposes because, well, I do have some Lego classes that I run. I'm asked to wear a Lego related t-shirt. I've had ones from fan sites that I've been wearing over time. So OutOfDarts would kind of be out of the question. Usually when I get a brand new t-shirt, I try to wear it next day or same day. I've had a bunch I've actually skipped out on that, and OutOfDarts was unfortunately one of those cases because of work. So it was totally fine because I was like, I'm still excited to have it around and use it anyways and multiple times. So the day that I wore it was a day that I was going to my other part-time job, which was just some food delivery. And with the food delivery job, I've already made sure many times before, and having worked there for several years, they don't actually have a uniform for delivery drivers. Sometimes the cashiers have to wear something specifically. The chefs always have some aprons and, more proper attire for when they're cooking. But for the delivery drivers, there's the standard kind of clothes that you can wear, just something that isn't provocative, something that isn't entirely against the brand, and something like what I'm wearing even now would be totally acceptable. It's just a graphic shirt, and I thought, okay, there should be no problem wearing this now that I have the option to. So I wore my Out of Darts shirt while I was delivering on Friday, July 24th. To go along with that, I want to keep in mind in context, I've worn many other graphic shirts while delivering for food, for pizza, for all kinds of stuff. And normally it doesn't become a question by anyone from the staff to the customers about what I'm wearing. Sometimes I find it funny when someone brings it up just by chance because it's something that I'm so used to not being asked about. And I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. How funny of you to bring attention to that. So, um, and up to this point, I don't think I was even wearing any Nerf related shirts at that job either. I think most of them I would just save for other occasions. So, um, while I was out on delivery, I had a customer that I was delivering to, and he was a very elderly man, and I could tell just from when he answered the door that I needed to provide some help in order to get this pizza delivered to him. It's an 18-inch pie, if I remember correctly, so it wasn't too large, but it was still a big thing for him to handle. He already had a walker with him, and there was a cushion on the walker, so he offered that, oh, you don't have to carry it in, I could just put it on here and bring it in. But I also understood, well, if he needs the walker to move, how is he going to be able to hold it and then fit it, into the walker and carry everything in? So I went based on his directions either way, and he said he was perfectly fine. He still had one hand that was able to hold the pie, one hand that was on the walker itself, so that he could move it all at the same time. And I didn't see the pizza drop at any point. I made sure that it was nice and steady before I let go of it, and we had a bit of a conversation during that. There aren't usually a lot of conversations that I even have with the customers after delivering the food. It's a very rare thing if I do. But this one decided to take a look at the shirt that I was wearing, which said Out of Darts. And it didn't say anything specifically about Nerf or what have you. So he was like, oh, you play with darts, huh? And I was like, yeah, I usually get together with my friends, but we haven't done that much lately because of everything going on. Keep in mind all this, I'm wearing a mask, but I can still talk through it. Just a PSA that out there. Um, but the way that the gentleman was understanding it, he didn't think of it as foam darts. He didn't think of it as projectiles. I didn't necessarily put the word Nerf in there, or excessively either, because it's also a hobby that I haven't really talked to too many people about outside of YouTube or outside of the community. Occasionally, friends of mine on the Lego channel, the Maniac for Bricks, the main channel that I run, know that I like Nerf, but it doesn't come up too much in conversation. So I didn't really bring up that specifically, how the games are run or anything like that. But he got the impression that it had to do with throwing darts, like on a big dart board, like a big target, with a needle. I don't know the proper terminology to differentiate them now that I have that in mind, but that's the implication that he was going with, because he had further asked me, oh, do you also play with the throwing axes, like the place down the road from here? That's how it clicked in my head, where I'm like, no, it's not quite those kinds. But I didn't want to correct him. I just said, no, I've tried that before. It's usually not my thing. Um, and just basically followed that up between the two of us of like, well, it's kind of dangerous, but there's something for everybody. And we just told each other to take it easy. So this is just a very casual conversation with an older gentleman, clearly a generation or so above me, that probably wouldn't have understood that concept of foam blaster, gameplay. And it seemed okay for me just to let it ride out. Just, not have no reason to correct him on it. But still, that's what the shirt was representing. It was something from a hobby of mine that I celebrate with my friends when available. And it's true, it still applies. But I thought that would be a fun story to share about how Out of Darts is allowing me to get out in the world with talking about Nerf through the shirt, through the merchandise. That's very nice. Because that's the thing. Like I said before, nobody really brings up about what I wear as a graphic. It's nothing that's ever been offensive when working, and even for conversation, this is a rarity. So I thought that was funny to share here. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have yourselves a wonderful day. If you can send this over to Luke, I think he might enjoy this story. Hopefully he gets a kick out of this. That somebody perceives the Out of Darts shirt as about throwing darts instead of the foam ones we enjoy. So take care and have yourselves a good one.